Hello, hello everyone. In this video tutorial, I will show you how to create a database. Okay, here they ask you to create the database and table as you seen on the YouTube video. So I hope that you have reviewed the YouTube video from GCF Global. Okay, regarding Access database. So here we need to create the database. Also here they ask you to populate the table and add the first record to the table as you seen in the video. All right. And once you add the first record, you will then add the 15 additional record. Okay, so close the database and submit it to Blackboard. Okay, so here I would like to show it to you. This is called the structure of a table. And then the bottom one is where student will enter the data. All right. So let me start with this. I'm going to open database here. I'm going to have access, right? Access. Okay. And I'm going to go to blank database. Okay. Here I put it in my document. I store the data in my document folder. If you want to change this to desktop, that's fine too. So let's name this lab number 1, introduction to database, right? Introduction, or just lab 1, right? Lab 1, okay? Lab 1 like this. And then I'm going to, let's just put here access lab 1, okay? So when you create this database, you actually save all the information or the content in this file path, all right? So remember this. If you want to change this to desktop, you can do it. But let's just leave it as my document, right? In the local folder, C: users as Husin2 and my document folder, right? If you save it in the cloud, then you need to save it in the local computer, then upload it. Click create. Okay. From here, you have to create this information. You have to enter the table structure. So how do you do that? So I'm going to go to view, design view, right? You're gonna name this what? Customer table, right? They ask you to put customer. So I'm gonna put this is customer table, and then, or customer table, right? Customer table, you can do that too if you like. Click OK. Now you need to create the structure of this table, right? So here I'm going to put customer ID, and then the data type is auto number, and here is the first name, right? First name, and then the data type is short text. The last name, the data type is short text as well, right? If you let me see if they ask you to enter okay, or they don't ask you to change the field size, which is fine. All right, you will make up the data and fill the data. Okay, since they don't ask you to change the field size, that's okay. So I'm gonna leave it here, right? Normally we need to put description, right? But since the paper does not mention the description, you can leave it blank. But I'm gonna give you example here. Customer identification number, and put this as a primary key. Okay, as it say, the description is optional, and the paper does not show that you need to put it in, so you can leave it blank. But maybe in the future or in the next lab, you may need to enter the description. All right, so here I'm gonna put customer first name, right? And then here I'm gonna put customer last name, right? So this is what we're supposed to do. Also, the field size, the paper did not mention you to change it, so just leave it alone, right? And then I'm gonna continue typing it here. It's called company name, right? So I'm gonna put this as a company name, right? And then you put this as a short text. Again, this is company name. You can put this as company name, although it is optional. If you want to put it, that's fine too with me. And the field size at this moment, you can just leave it blank. However, if you want to change to how many digits, let's say that you want to put maximum company name 60 digit, so you can put it there, right? But in the case of lab number 1, just leave it as default, so 255. So student need to enter all the structure of a table here, right? Which is, I have it here, right? You have it here, right? So you need to enter all of this. Okay, this may take some time, right? This is the final. This is the final database that student will see, right? Notice that they don't have a description, and then this field size is 255, which is the default. Normally, we may need to change this field size according to the instruction. The ID is auto number, mean that Access will automatically write the number for you, like customer ID 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because if you put this as a short text, then we have to manually enter. All right. So once you finish creating the structure of a table, then we need to enter the data, right? How you enter the data? The data is here, right? The data is in here, right? So how you do that? I'm going to go to view. I haven't finished here, but this is the original one. Then you need to go to view like this, view and data sheet view, right? So here, a sample of Access database that student already write. So after you do that, you need to do what? You need to do view, data sheet view here. Do you want to save the table? Say yes. So you need to click yes. Now you need to enter the data from here, right? It's a Richard, right? And then I'm going to put last name Ross, right? Company is Access Learning Zone, right? If you notice that the field size is too small, you can make it bigger. Also, the font size, you can make it as 14, right? So you can see better, right? And then you go to number 2, Silvina Mendoza. So you're gonna type, but you have to completely enter the data in customer 1. Here, I'm gonna give you an example. View, data sheet view. So student need to enter it like this. ID 1, ID 2, ID 3, and ID 4 up to 16. All right? So if I go to view design, this is where student create the structure of a table. View and data sheet view is where student enter the data. All right? So here, if I continue, in my case, I can put Silvana, right? And then Mendoza, right? The company name is Bailey Embers, right? I don't have the information because I just gonna provide you instruction how to do that. And this is the finished product that you should have. Okay? So once you finish this, once you enter the data, right, you can close this. When you close this table, Access automatically save the table there, right? Including the structure. So do not get confused. When you close it, where's my data? Your data is in that database. So if I click design view, that's the structure. If I go to enter it, this is the data. Once you finish this, right? Normally, if you close this, is already automatically saved in that my document folder. But I'm kind of a very conservative person, so I usually try to save it again. This is optional, right? You don't have to. File save as, right? You notice that it's already Access Lab, right? Access is actually already saved, right? So if you open this, close this, and you file close like this, they already save it in there, right? So just to be sure, since you don't want to lose the data, it's always a good habit you file save as close. So now you can attach the file to the Blackboard. If you are using a virtual machine, accessing the access through STC computer, you need to open South Texas College website in that virtual machine, open the Blackboard, and attach it right away. Because why? The moment you log out from the virtual machine, you will lose all this information. So it is student must upload the access file right away after you create it by opening the Blackboard, right? So attach the file. So hopefully that this video is informative and helpful to you, because I noticed that some students have some difficulty creating the first access lab, and I will extend the deadline for another week. Okay, so hopefully this helps you, and thank you so much. Bye-bye.